Good morning. So I realized doing these, angle is everything. Golden Girls reference, if you know, you know. Okay, so I want to talk about a line in the Course that says, in your suffering of any kind, you see your own concealed desire to kill. Whoa, right? That's a big one. What do we seek to kill? We seek to kill the Son of God within and prove we are victor over him. So to understand this, we have to go back to the beginning. In the beginning, there was an idea of separation, a tiny mad idea, at which the Son of God remembered not to laugh. That's the poetic way of saying. We joined with that idea. We chose the ego. Ego gave rise to the thought system of sin, guilt, and fear. I sinned by destroying heaven. I am guilty in the present, and I fear future punishment. So that thought system is projected out into the world, which is shadow on the wall of the mind, a dream, an illusion, and hallucination. So that's where we find ourselves here with no memory of how we got here. The world teaches us how we were born. So we seek to kill God's Son within by denying the truth that walks with us. So we can look within and see the face of Christ. We can look within and see the dark mirror the ego reflects back to us of what we are. Okay? So the Course speaks past us, past the self we identify with, and awakens that truth, that Son of God within us. And thereafter we experience a split mind. So our split mind is uncomfortable. It's unstable. But we were always unstable here, and we were always hurtling towards oblivion. So we lose nothing but illusions. But we need to understand that whole dynamic in order to understand why we have to project our guilt out. Because we're denying the guilt in ourselves. That ontological guilt for what we believe we did. We did nothing. Nothing happened. Not one note in heaven's song was missed, but we believe it was, and we try to maintain our dream by making sure not one note of our nightmare hellish existence is missed. So when we read the Course, sometimes we throw it against the wall. Sometimes we say, I'm not doing this, because it is a threat to our ego. It is a threat to our ego because it is awakening something that is not the ego within us. And it's that part of us we want to join with. We take Jesus' hand and we look on what we made with him, with the truth in us. Who is our great companion? Who walks with me? We're supposed to ask that question 1,000 times a day. Who walks with me? Because when we stop deciding what the truth is, the truth will reveal itself to us. And all we have to do is recognize we don't know anything. We can't know anything. We have forgotten. We have forgotten everything in favor of nothing. We remembered nothing. So, when we empty our hands and clear the tiny gap that seems to exist between illusion and truth, the truth will come rushing in and fill that blank space where we stopped deciding what we were, what God is and what the world is. Thanks for listening.